Hello everybody, welcome back to another video from my channel. In today's video we are going to talk about the top 3 best tanks to invest in as a new player in Hero Wars. Now without further ado, let's dive into the video. The first and best tank that I would rate would be Aurora. Her first skill, Crystal of Celia's, is a magic damage ability that deals damage to every enemy in the middle of the enemy team. This can deal intense amount of damage with a magic penetration buff along with Cane Patronage. Her second skill, deals magic damage to a nearby enemy and stuns them for a period of time. In my opinion, as this is a single target damage, it's not quite impressive, also because of the fact that Sebastian can easily remove this with Ode to Serenity. Now moving on to her third skill, Piercing Light, deals damage to every rival on her way. This is significantly better than her second skill as the damage is higher as well as not a single target damage, and is an excellent addition with magic penetration. Now her fourth and final skill is probably one of the best abilities in the game currently. According to the skill, Aurora absorbs about 85% of the magic damage taken when that shield reaches maximum capacity. It explodes, dealing magic damage to nearby enemies. Now, what's so special about this? It's special because it is based off 10% of her health, and tanks have a high amount of health. For example, if Aurora has 900,000 health, the Rainbow Halo deals 90,000 upon explosion. This is the main reason why Aurora deals so much damage. Now, onto her artifacts. Aurora is one of 3 dodge buffers in the game. When the artifact is maxed out, it can buff out over 13,000 dodge for the entire team. With Cane Patronage alongside, she can spam out dodge buffs, granted a crazy amount of dodge for everyone. This can help weak heroes dodge often so that they don't die to one-shot kills. Lastly, her Ascension. Ever since the introduction of her Ascension came, Aurora has become twice as strong as before. Her first Ascension skill says that whenever Aurora dodges a physical damage, her Rainbow Halo absorbs 25% of the damage. This ability is not a big deal, but against heavy physical attackers, or heroes that have access to armor penetration, her Rainbow Halo shall explode. This helps your team have a higher chance of winning. Her second Ascension skill is the big deal here. If Aurora's Rainbow Halo explodes around 3 seconds after she uses her ultimate ability, an extra Rainbow Halo deals damage to every enemy on the battlefield. The cool thing is that the extra Rainbow Halo deals approximately 100,000 damage to every single enemy. This has changed the whole meta and increased Aurora's popularity quite a bit. However, whenever there is an Aurora versus Aurora battle, the battle causes total chaos. Here is an example by what I mean. Now let me show you some battle clips of Aurora. Now the second best tank that I would rate would be Rufus. There is a strong case where heroes like Corvus would be rated the second best, but Rufus is the strongest defensive tank in the game. Moving on to his first skill, Rakash's Barrier, which is a shield that protects the whole team from magic damage. This is a pretty good ability to use against strong magic attackers, as his skill modifier is based on about 110% of his magic attack. Now, his second ability, Rakash's Mockery, is a pure damage ability that targets the enemy with the highest magic power and deals pure damage to them for 4 seconds. This ability is pretty meh, as the pure damage is pretty low and does pretty much nothing. I think this is probably one of the worst abilities in the game. His third skill, Devourer of Magic, is a healing skill. According to the max stats, about 65% of the damage he has absorbed with his ult is turned into healing. I think it's a pretty good ability, as Rufus will survive longer. Now his fourth skill is probably one of the most annoying and best skills in the game. The ability says that Rufus can only be killed with physical damage. If the last damage is magic damage or pure damage, Rufus will resurrect with a portion of his health restored. With this skill, Rufus has become one of the hardest heroes to kill, since most people go for magic damage or pure damage teams. Surely you can use physical attackers to counter him, but most physical attackers are horrible to use as a team with the exception of a few heroes. Rufus buffs armor, which is another annoying thing. He buffs approximately 50,000 armor, which is a ton, and can turn 100,000 physical damage to just 13,000 physical damage. Just like last time, let me show you some replays of Rufus. Now our third and final best tank is Julius. Just like Rufus, there is also a case where you might want to put Astaroth and Corvus in his position, but Julius is a defensive and sometimes an offensive tank. His first skill, Defense Meowtrix, surrounds your whole team with a shield that protects from all damage. After the shield is destroyed, it heals all the heroes in your team. This shield is extremely strong, as the skill modifier is based on 500% of his physical attack and the healing is 75% of his physical attack. So, it's a definite must to invest on physical attack glyphs and skins. His second skill, Copycat Device, is probably a pretty useful ability in my opinion. Julius surrounds himself with a shield that protects from all types of damage. If the shield isn't destroyed within 5 seconds, Julius starts copying the shield on every hero on his team. Not only that, but whenever Julius receives a shield, he gains extra physical damage. This is how Julius was doing so much damage during the Hero Wars anniversary event against Archdemon. His third skill says that even after the shield is destroyed, Julius keeps protecting his allies. When an ally loses a shield, all negative effects are removed from them and they gain extra magic defense and armor for 1.5 seconds. This skill is not quite good, but okay for removing negative effects. Moving on to H, his final skill, Perfect Reflexes speeds up all the ally seeds in the battlefield. According to the max stats, the max speed he gives is 10%, which is below average in my opinion. Now for the third and final time, let me show you some replays of Julius. That's all for today. Share your opinion in the comments.